Ed, somewhere up there in the sky, Saturn, God force of Saturn, the energy of purity, justice, equality, correctness, perfection, is moving into Aries, Ed, of action, initiative, leadership. And I welcome this. I welcome Saturn, Ed, into Aries. You know, Ed, I think it was either 2011 or 2014 when Saturn moved into Pisces. And Ed, Pisces is a part of the sky that splits everything, Ed, and decides what to keep and what to let go of. I don't know, Ed, what other astrologers say. I'm telling you about what I sense and you know what I feel. And Ed, the thing about Pisces, Ed, this part of the sky of Pisces, is that it looks, Ed, like there is everything, Ed, spinning one way and then another. Like there's, like it's just going back and forth, and there's indecision and ambiguity. That's how it is with Pisces. Actually, Pisces is sifting through, and that's why it looks like that. Because at Pisces is the end, it's the last, it's the 12th sign, Ed. So it is the end of an era, and it's where we decide what to leave back and what to take forward. So it seems like ambiguity, Ed. It seems like that, but it is not. Pisces, Ed, is where we realize the spiritual truth beneath surface things. And that's what we've all been going through, Ed, from 2014 till now. And now, Ed, Saturn is moving into Aries. This, Ed, is the start of a 360-year cycle. 360-year cycle. Saturn at 0 degrees Aries. 0 degrees, Ed. 13th February, 0 degrees. And you know what is going to happen, Ed? We're going to take action. Now, Ed, the ambiguity that we've been living with and the swinging up and swinging down that we were going through in matters, Ed, of the deep things of our lives, Ed. The deep things of our lives. Things like justice, Ed. Things, Ed, like what, Ed, matters, Ed, of the heart that are of long-term investment. Long-term investment of the heart, Ed. These things were all ambiguous and swinging this way and that way. And this includes, Ed, matters of grounding, where we stay, where we live, where we build. So all of that is now, Ed, going to move into the action phase with Saturn in Aries. And I always tell you, Ed, I'm not a traditional astrologer. I'm just telling you what I'm sensing. I'll tell you something amazing. I feel, Ed, it's my experience and my belief that the world as we know it, Ed, they show us the map, and they show us this map, and they tell us like this country is here, that country is here, this is the shape of the land. I believe it's a lie. And this lie, Ed, is gonna come apart. Because, Ed, one of the greatest and most important foundations of a person's worldview is the world map. This is this country, this is the name of this country's shape is like this, your country looks like this. You know what I mean? this is a very huge lie. And Ed, all the lies are going to come apart now because we've been doing the research in the age of Pisces. All of it is going to come apart now, Ed, in the time of Saturn in Aries, Ed, because Aries, Ed, Aries is uncompromising, Ed. Aries is like, is it true or is it a lie? If it's not true, then one kick, fuck you, out. No lies, no lies. That's Aries, and we have justice there now. You know what I mean? So Ed, I'm telling you this thing, this gonna be rocking. We have been lied to about the landforms, Ed, of our Earth. We've been lied to about our Earth, Ed. We've been lied to. We've been lied to about magnetism. Which is the magnetic North Pole? Which is the magnetic South Pole? We actually don't know, and we don't know, Ed, why the North Pole is there. Where is there a South Pole? What's going on? All this stuff is going to come out, and I'll tell you something, Ed. The foundations of consciousness, Ed, is dependent on our worldview, which is dependent on the world map that we think we live on. And you know, Ed, a lot of countries are not named their right names. A lot of countries, Ed, the land, Ed, has its identity, and it is justice that that identity be upheld. And Ed, the bloodlines of humans are connected to points on the face of the earth, and moving us away and giving us false places as that is where you come from. That is injustice. Natural justice, Ed, is going to come out like never before, and it's going to be amazing. And Ed, our consciousness, our physical bodies are going to change as we fall back into earth magnetism the right way. Because Ed, when we're believing a lie, I'm seeing, Ed, that a lot of people are not coming into the body isn't falling into the earth magnetism right. Because, Ed, we're holding a wrong worldview, wrong world map, Ed. And maybe, Ed, maybe humans were never supposed to have a world map. I'll tell you why. Because I feel we're floating on water. And I feel, Ed, that the boundaries are changing. As the consciousness changes, the earth itself changes. This is not a non-living body. This is our living Mother Earth, Ed. This is our living earth. Our living earth is not static. It's changing. It is growing, expanding, contracting. Everything that is happening to our bodies is happening to the earth, Ed. And we are at this exciting time, Ed, when natural justice begins to turn. So it's so exciting, Ed. And in our personal lives, Ed, like I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing, Ed, in our personal lives, because we're not going to be ambiguous, and we're going to fall into the right magnetism. Earth magnetism, Ed. Body magnetism. We're going to fall back into the right magnetism, Ed. And Aries, Ed, is like the symbol of Aries is the ram, Ed, for a very good reason. The ram, Ed, is the male sheep, and he's the leader of the flock, and he follows earth magnetism. He's the one who discovers where the ley lines are, and he takes the flock along the ley lines. That's what the ram does. We're getting there, Ed. It's going to be so amazing. And Ed, it's just another month, Ed. The sun is going to go through Aquarius, Ed, illumining all the radical technology stuff. And then the sun also is going to be with Saturn, Ed, in Aries. And you know what that means? It means uncompromising illumination. Because the sun is illumination, and where the sun is, the light is, the revelations are. And it's going to be with Saturn of justice. It's going to be so amazing. I'm telling you. And Ed, there are going to be a lot of people with trauma saying, oh, this bad thing happened, because I'll tell you, Ed, when Saturn energy increases, the ability of the fake humans to deal with the dark decreases. Because at Saturn head is not about Saturn head is like somebody digging up stuff, someone opening the cupboard and pulling everything out. And Ed, to do that, Ed, to handle that energy, a human being, Ed, must have passion in them, passion for something. Because why would you stir up stuff? Why would you dig up stuff if if not for something you're looking for that you have not got? If you're not thrashing and throbbing for something, why would you do that? You'll just live on the surface, just eat and watch some shit on TV and go to sleep, Take a pillow or two so that you can get knocked out for 8 hours. It takes people of passion, Ed, to want to search for stuff. And Ed, the thugs, they're going to go into trauma because, Ed, they don't have passion. You need passion to handle Saturn. And Saturn in Aries, oh my God. Oh my God. Ed, you're going to find a lot of people just disappearing, just going off the map because they can't handle the passion. Things are going to get so passionate for us. And I want to say this, Ed, that my spirit is saying, be very careful not to fall into the trauma, the mass trauma that the fakes are going to go through. Because those bastards, they're living on injustice. They're living, Ed, on injustice. And they have, this past 360 years, Ed, they've had a really long rope. And now, Ed, they're going to be terrified when Saturn goes into Aries. Because it's Judgment Day. So they're going to have a big trauma consciousness. That they're going to be confused and they're going to feel like everything is going upside down, whatever. I'll tell you something. And it's not for now, but next 360 years. Okay, let's say at next 14 years at least. A human must be insulated from the mass consciousness. If there's any, this is a hardcore common sense advice. They are going to go into trauma. And if you don't want to start manifesting trauma conditions in your body, you don't want to, lose your energy on bullshit, insulate yourself. And you just have to decide it. You don't need to let your mood be affected by their dramas. That's it. It's so simple, actually. Your mood, your mood. Their dramas, their dramas. Insulate yourself. Choose the one or two people who you trust and who you give a damn for real in your life. And that's it. Keep to your little circle and don't let your mood get affected, because I'll tell you, Ed, the mass consciousness is already, it's like so bad, but they're going to get really scared now. So ahead of time, you prepare yourself and you prepare a battle plan. If you go into depression, if you go into fear for your life, fear of anything, get a battle plan, because there's not going to be any common sense behind it. No human has any reason to be afraid of anything ever. You need a battle plan. So get your crystals, get your herbal tinctures, whatever. Be prepared. Make a battle plan. If my mood goes bad, if I start feeling depressed, every person knows their own tendencies. Some people have panic, some people have anxiety, or whatever. You already know what you're prone to, right? Get a battle plan. Get a battle plan. Write it. Put it on the wall. Do not give in to mass consciousness, trauma, panic, and drama. Because the news is all lies. And they're going to spin more lies. So just make a battle plan. Make a battle plan. And make a battle plan so that you enjoy this time.